On this new screen, we are going to select the agreement version, which is the ILNDPA. We're going to put in the date approved and the date expired. Now, the date expires is always going to be 3 years after the date approved. So I'm going to choose the same date and just change that to 3 years in the future. This next box is very important. We need to accurately input the email address that all future Exhibit E's that piggyback on your originating document will be sent to. This is a very important field to make sure is filled in correctly. And you can find that email address in your originating agreement or the Exhibit E of your originating agreement. Next, we're going to upload the signed agreement file. Now, I'm going to choose one that is a dummy file, but I'm going to choose it so I can show you the naming conventions. The way that these should be entered into the system is by the resource name with an underscore followed by your school district. Next, we're going to change the status here from new request to active. If you're doing this agreement for the very first time and you're not just updating a resource you've already inputted, this will be blank to start with and you'll change it to active. Note that there are a few other options here that you may use in the future, such as a resource that has been declined. The next two boxes are optional. Notes will only appear to yourself but can be a nice way to keep track of certain pieces of information. Once I save that agreement info, I'm going to be taken to another screen where I need to add the addendum, and this is the Exhibit E. Now you need to upload into the SDPC database a separate Exhibit E file that only contains that single page without any of your personal district information on it. So when I go ahead and choose this file, I named this very similar to my previous file, only I added an E at the end. Now I save that addendum and I have uploaded my resource into the database. If I search for it again, you'll now see that the status is no longer new request, and I have links to the agreement and the Exhibit E and information about when it was approved and when it expires. In the next video, we'll talk about adding additional information to your resources, such as data elements and purpose.